Hey everybody. Are you a streamer or content creator looking to get the highest possible quality? One of the most important things you can do is upgrade your audio, and I don't mean your microphone. Today I'm going to review TC Helicon's GOXLR, an audio mixing device designed explicitly for streamers and content creators just like you. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm your stream guide Morphine, and today I'm going to review TC Helicon's GOXLR and answer 3 basic questions. What it is, what are the features, and how do I use it? The GOXLR by TC Helicon is an audio mixer built specifically for streamers. It allows you to plug in either an XLR mic or a USB mic to provide high quality audio for your viewers. This allows you precise control over how your audio sounds, how audio sources are routed, and what audio sources are included in your final output stream. Let's get into the features. What you're looking at on screen now is the software that comes with it. This is how you do all of your configuration and setup for the tool. And the box in the upper left-hand corner contains profiles. You can create multiple profiles depending on what you may want to do. It's a list of all the samples that you have recorded or downloaded, and you have presets for all of the voice effects. In the upper right-hand corner, you have a graphical representation of the GOXLR device, and this will go ahead and change as you are changing different functions. As you're changing colors, you will see that change. It doesn't actually do anything. It gives you just that visual representation of what you have done to it. On the bottom, this is where we have these 6 tabs. This is where you have almost all of your configurations. On the mic tab, you have your microphone setup, which is where you're going to select the type of mic you have, and that's either going to be a dynamic or a condenser, or they have a 3.5 monitor out from the microphone into the microphone input on the back of the GOXLR. Once you do that, you modify the gain in the actual mic setup screen, and then when you've set that, you can come out and change additional functions such as gate, equalizer, compressor, and de-esser. Next, you have your mixer tab. You have 2 functions you're going to be able to use: settings and lighting. Settings is where you're going to go and map your input sources to the channels, and you're going to have an option what to do with the mute for each of the respective channels. And you're going to go ahead and set the volume for all of the channels, not just the ones that you have mapped. Now, one thing to note on here is that you have more sources available than you do channels, so you need to find a way to make that work, or you're going to need to leave the software open so you can adjust the other channels while you're live. On the third tab, called Effects, this is going to be this top section here where the mouse is, and this is where you're going to either choose to create some sort of specific voice, or you can just use one of the presets that come in it. On the sampler tab, which is in the bottom right hand corner of the GOXLR image, this is where you're going to map all your samples. Similar to the voice effects where you have 6 presets, you have 3 banks down here, and each bank contains 4 samples that you can store. So you can have up to 12 samples at a time active. Now you can have many more than that available to you to select, but you can only have 4 at a time. And on the side, you have your bleep button at the top and the mute button at the bottom, and that mutes everything immediately. So if you have to cough or sneeze, you can use that button. So one thing I did skip by on some of these other tabs, mixer and effect, was lighting. So each of these tabs, mixer, effects, sampler, each have a lighting. What that does is it allows you to customize almost every single individual button and dial on the GOXLR, which is really cool. You can set it up however you want. The last tab I need to go through is the routing, and this is probably one of the most important tabs because this determines how every sound in your system is going to be output either in your content video or your stream. When you're streaming, whether that's Streamlabs, OBS, XSplit, whatever it is, you need to select what your audio source is. Now, you have multiple choices. When you install GOXLR, it's going to add 5 or 6 channels. You could select one of those as your audio source for one of those applications. However, if you do that, that's the only sound you're going to get. If you want to have your mic and possibly Discord and maybe Spotify app, as well as your game coming out, you're going to need to select a broadcast stream mix. So that would be your audio source, and then all those sources would be combined from multiple channels down to one channel, and that's what you have here. And your headphones, you generally want to mirror that to whatever your broadcast stream mix is, so that you can evaluate it in real time. One difference that you'll see on mine is that I have system selected for my headphones, but not for my broadcast stream mix. The reason for that is because in my system channel, what I have mapped is my web browser and all my system default sounds. I typically do not want those on the live stream. And browser, sure, that could be part of the live stream, and I probably would do that if I had another available channel to use. However, I don't. And since during a stream I may be looking something up on YouTube or playing YouTube videos, I don't really want that coming through if I'm playing a game or something like that. So I have that. It's set to manually be played whenever I need it. The other thing I want to point down here is you have the sampler row. And what this is saying is that each of these input sources, can the sampler use that to record a sample live? So I have mic, chat, music, game, system all selected as things that I can record samples from. And finally, you have the system tab, which is just your basic software and hardware configuration settings. So you've seen the functionality. Let's get into how I actually use the GOXLR. First thing I'm going to go over are the hardware channels. So there are 4 channels on the actual hardware, even though there are 6 channels of input sources. I use one of the hardware channels for my headphone because I like to be able to control the volume of that pretty easily as I'm listening, which leaves me with 3 channels to control the other 6 channels in the computer. What I do is I put on the music channel, I have my Spotify app as well as all my other audio and video players mapped to that one channel. On the voice, it's my mic and Discord. And on Xbox is my console as well as my Steam application. So I'm able to control most of the sources of audio through just the 3 hardware channels. As far as the voice effects, I don't use a lot of voice effects like the robot sounds, megaphone, the auto tune. I do not use those. However, what I do is sometimes I will put the effects on and I'll slightly tweak the pitch of my voice to give it a little bit of a richer sound, a little bit more depth to it. But I do make good use of the samplers. I truly enjoy recording snippets from movies and TV or songs, playing those back at different times, just, to have a little fun with it. So that wraps up my review of the GOXLR. If there are additional features you'd like to see me review or advanced tutorials, let me know in the comments below. But as always, stay safe and I'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And for more helpful tips and reviews, check out the videos over here.